Hi guys, so I was going through the articles that were published in response to the interview that Trump had with Elon Musk on X. And to be honest, it got me pretty depressed. So I decided to switch and make a list of everything that happened that is kind of positive, just so, to make me a bit happier. Well, to be honest, I'm gonna kind of go through that list that I made for you guys. And I'm gonna be honest, it's not that it's gonna be super happy kind of list, because, okay, you'll see. But I wanna give credit. I wanna give credit for those who fight back against the global tyranny we're seeing. Anyway, I really did make a list with all the cool stuff people were doing. First, I wanna start with the braids, okay? The braids are doing amazing. I know it kind of looks scandalous right now, and I really hope that you manage to organize and get rid of those who are just, confused haters in your midst. Also, you surely have to have people that would be able to talk for those who are rioting in a political stage. If you guys know anyone who would want to talk that is in it, let me know. I'm kind of curious to hear what are you guys doing, what are you guys organizing, and even if not, I'm sorry. Your situation in Britain is pretty hard. Like the UN interview of Keir Starmer, and where Keir was promising to make sure that you're not gonna have any freedoms in the UK, and that he's gonna go against everybody who is racist. I don't even want to get to it. I'm so sorry. It's a call for action list. And I want to say that it's amazing that you stand up, that you stood up, and the world is now ignoring it completely. Nobody can see what's going on and nobody can hear you. But I just want you to know that even though it seems like nobody knows, we kind of know. It's not easy. I know. Your experience is your experience. I had several ideas about how you can handle it better to get your country back, but I don't know if I can say everything on YouTube, to be honest, and trial and error, I guess. Good luck. I'm so sorry. Anyway, I just want you to know that your revolt is definitely a little bit of light in this world situation. Call to action list, people who are doing stuff, which is amazing. Those are the Brits. 2, Trump spilled the beans on the complete moral decay the media tries to hide. So this amazing cooperation between the Democrats and the media is kind of hurts the soul. I mean, we see it everywhere. It's repeating, but everything that Trump said really opened my eyes to what's going on. But I also know that it needs to be presented in a completely different way to the general audience who did not do political analysis as their job, or don't have time to try to dissect our conversation and know enough about how communism works and how pipelines work and why people do what they do. The way you know when you get to have the historical experience of living under corrupt, tyrannical regimes. Yeah, amazing. Oh, well. Lucky me. Look how beautiful. My family suffered, but not in vain. Right. Also, I want to, with Trump, by that really just went against those are his potential friends, right? Those are people he could have endorsed, like bribed, like be part of and then he's like, no, I'm gonna break out of it. I'm gonna do my own thing and I'm gonna spill all the beans for all of you to hear. Except you really do have to listen to the conversation yourself, because otherwise it's gonna be hard to understand what's going on. It's a bad situation that United States is at. Also, I want to say that I was kind of mad about Biden betraying Israel and giving Mossad agent names to Iran. There were rumors, articles like that. I don't know if it's true. It sounds like something Biden would do. Not gonna lie, it just fits him. I mean, he's a vegetable, he's brain dead, but he has so many Islamists in his government. Some of them would do that for sure. he would do it too, It just makes sense. It makes way too much sense. And then I thought, like, bad thoughts about America and how the government there is ruining the world and how it's going to backfire really, really badly, because people don't understand when they talk about what's going to happen if Kamala or Trump are going to get the power. Kamala is a continuation of the policy of the United States, betraying all its allies and playing along with all those who swear to ruin it, which means Kamala would probably be the breaking point for most countries to try to find an alternative to the United States, which also means that the countries that the United States might be threatened by, even militarily, they might get technologies and things that they wouldn't have gotten without the distrust in the United States. And things are gonna get really bad for the Americans. But then I saw a video about, just from Professor Nez, which I've been watching since he was a very small channel. He showed this woman that was crying. She was a veteran. She's a veteran. She served in the army, and she couldn't get a loan to get her business going. So she had to sell her truck. But who did get a loan? Somebody who doesn't, an illegal person who entered the United States. He gets to buy her food truck, with a loan. And she was crying to the camera, and then I was like, oh, I can't be mad at you guys. You suffer just as much as we do. And I heard Megyn Kelly saying that people don't understand, like there was this, Intifada war in Israel with suicide bombers, and then it got everywhere in the world. So October 7th might be the start of a wave, and the October 7th could happen anywhere, United States included. And I was like, yeah, that didn't make me happier about this extremely awful situation. It kind of makes me mad about like all those people, especially Jews, who think it's okay to vote for people like that. But then I remember we also have them here in Israel, and in Israel you have to be especially retarded to not understand what's going on. Like you have to be incredibly stupid, like mental illness level retarded to not understand. But whatever. Okay, it's a positive video. I knew it's gonna be negative. I'm so sorry, people. Anyway, another person I want to shout out is Elon Musk, who broke from his elite friend group to ensure we will have free speech via X and Starlink. Another thing is he has Starlink. Starlink means that even if governments are gonna try to take away our free speech, there is a bypass, a network that is being created to try to bypass it, to have a coalition to be ready in case of emergency to restore freedom if it gets down to it. So Elon Musk is another person that took action. Like how crazy it seemed, like why are you buying this platform, this failing garbage can of Twitter? And he was completely 100% on the money. And ideologically, not out of greed, but out of ideology and knowing what's right, he bought X and ensured that we would have somewhere to talk, and not only somewhere to talk, but also that it won't, the internet would stay available. I don't know how available it is, but I'm sure this is, it's gonna get there. Another nice thing that happened is that a Saudi delegation visited Auschwitz for the first time a couple of days ago. And the reason it happens is that because the United States, there is a positive to the negative, right? Because the United States is so flaky and unreliable, it forces states that were hiding under America's wing, saying whatever it was popular to say, but in reality acting differently in order to, save their own countries. For example, Saudi, where, you have to be, according to Islam, a part of Islam is hating, a certain demographic that I belong to. It's part of their religion. So, of course, going against that is really extremely hard. So, they had to play around it. But at the same time, it's much more scary for the Saudis. First of all, they cannot progress unless they reform. And if they reform, that means that they're not going to be the biggest fanatics around. And the biggest fanatics around are trying to be now Turkey and Iran. And because Iran and Turkey are now, Iran is completely fanatical and Turkey is working on it. And Saudi doesn't want to be that. Saudi is like, we want good life. We don't want to continue this awful fanatical policy of religion that is, failing in every measurement possible. It's not going to be sustainable for a long term in any way, shape, or form. It's a dead end. That means that they have to step up and they have to take actions, because unless they do things like visiting Auschwitz and actually cooperating with the Israelis, they would have no way. Like, you cannot, it would have to be extremely more fanatical and go the same direction of Iran went to, which is a dead end. It's just a question of time before, because, when you go to fanatism, who is Iran afraid of? Their own fanatics. They all are ready. Now that Khamenei is so old, they're just they're just preparing their knives to slaughter each other to get to see who's gonna inherit this person. So this is, it's very, very risky to be at the top of those kind of places. It's risky. You're the first, look at Gaddafi, was having fun and some people are okay with that. They're like, okay, I'll die young, but until the mob gets me, I'll just celebrate and have fun. But I don't know, Saudi had this miracle happening to it, and now it's no, you want to survive long term. Maybe because bin Salman is kind of young. Maybe that's why. Anyway, yeah, so all those countries, and Europe included, right? They're gonna all have to stand independently and stop lying, because this double act is, if now that America does it full scale, the first nations to fall are going to be the European nations and the Middle Eastern nations that hadn't fallen yet, like the UAE, Bahrain. There is so much to lose still. And they are going to be forced to start saying what's real, and doing what's right, and not be oh yeah, no, we really hate the Jews, but America is forcing us kind of situation. This is the way they went about it, right? It's oh no, we want to do it, but for business, it's better that we pretend to be. But now it's not because they cannot hide behind America is forcing us. It's no, we have to do it because it's the right thing to do if we don't want to be a fanatical desert, grasshopper eating kind of a society. That's what we have to do. We have to move on. And that means collaborating with those who were considered to be taboo. And I want to say this, maybe it's not the first time but I feel like it was the first time that at least I heard a healthy foreign relation policy that is set in a very good way, the way J.D. Vance did. He clearly presented a foreign policy. How about instead controlling the world on the micromanagement level, we know who we can trust and we let those who we trust be the boots on the ground and deal with problems the way they see fit. Just trusting that they have the similar value system to what we have and we don't have to micromanage them. Of course, this whole thing is a lie, right? Those micromanagements that Obama did, and it doesn't come from they worry about morals. No, it's they lie about worrying about morals, but their morals are either corrupt or they're just, just corrupt. They do it for the money and for the power. Just feeling like you have the power to screw up the whole world, I think, gets them going. So that was my call to action list. You guys speak up, talk, time to fight back, because we really have no choice. Well, thank you for watching. Like, comment, subscribe. I have a Buy Me Coffee link in the description below. Please do support this channel. Like, any donation that you can give helps. Unless you don't want to see me anymore, and then don't give anything. It's okay. See ya.